If you're interested in mixed media art making and travel sketchbooking, then you've definitely stumbled across the right video. I basically always have like 2 sketchbooks on the go, and one of them is always pocket size. It's so nice to have this low pressure and travel friendly art option. I'm Callie. I'm a 28-year-old mixed media artist who needs creative expression in this fast-paced world. If you're interested in the process of pocket sketchbooking, I'm sure I'll talk about it a little bit during this tour, but I also made a video recently called I Sketchbooked Every Day and This Happened, and it's where I finished the last 10 pages in this sketchbook. Cheers if you want to grab a tea that also matches your headband, and we can get right into it.
Hello!
Welcome. Welcome.
Please
Welcome.
remain seated.
Welcome. Welcome.
Stay calm. And if you can, please enjoy
The show.
The sketchbook I'm using, and I've used the same brand in the past as well, is called Talon's Art Creation. The sticker on the front is from a local Toronto band called Cali Horse. It's rare that I see my name spelled like how I spell my name, and it's cool because the band covers the horse part, and so it's just my name there as like a little sneak peek. And this is my favorite little Tamagotchi sticker. Welcome to my backyard, where I'm going to show you through my pocket sketchbook. The leaves have been falling down like heavy. It's getting to that time where it's like raining and it's becoming winter. I find it sad that like the transition seasons like spring and fall seem to last such a short amount of time, because fall is like my favorite season. The trees are like so inspiring, their colors. So I definitely wanted to film out here in the backyard while I still could. I hope you enjoy the atmosphere. I usually always start my sketchbook with like an intro page and like my contact info. And I was using this really cool ink pen that I had. It's like a brush pen. And so I was doing a lot of ink drawings at the beginning of this sketchbook. I really love this kind of seed page and this portrait of a girl, and honestly like all these little pages here I really enjoyed making. Sometimes you get in a role and you're like, yep, cute, that's good, and sometimes it's like a bunch of not so great pages. But what I like about having a pocket sketchbook is it's like really small, tangible moments of creativity. It's less pressure. And it's fun to just have a consistent practice where you don't have to put too much time towards it. This is the Arch Cafe. It's like a really beautiful cafe in Toronto. I highly recommend checking it out. It's in Kensington. And yeah, I just had to draw the food that I was eating. I had just gotten the on-the-go watercolor palette, so I wanted to add some like color into the spreads. I wanted to be able to have that like kind of painterly vibe on the go, which I'd never really had before. This piece I did in my friend's backyard during summer. And I also love to draw stuff with my friends. Like this was a back and forth drawing with my friend where we draw like the head and then the next person draws the body. On my trip to BC, where I grew up, I took my little pocket sketchbook. We went to Whistler, Victoria, and Vancouver. And I captured some memories. I also love to grab like ephemera from my trip or just from life and put it into the sketchbook. This Esquimalt Lagoon spread is like one of my favorites in this sketchbook, honestly. I just think it's so pretty. And like the moment of sitting there at Esquimalt Lagoon was like everything to me. It was just such a pretty and relaxing environment by the ocean, and just like sitting in nature and drawing in my sketchbook is like one of my favorite things to do, and like filming. I also really love this 𝗦𝗢𝗢𝗡𝗟𝗏 spread. Capturing these kind of objects is something that I was liking to do. We went to an open mic and I was drawing like my drinks and the random like hot sauce around and some of the people that were singing. And some way that I add mixed media into my sketchbook is like doing random themed spreads. Like I'll do that one with all the fruit stickers, and then this one has a bunch of candy wrappers. There's just a part of me that really likes collecting. You know how people have emotional support water bottles? I feel like I have an emotional support sketchbook. And that's one reason I really like taking it out and about, is because if I ever feel like overstimulated by the environment outside, which happens, then I can like just chill and sketchbook. You know, I can like have a peaceful moment for myself doing something that I know brings me like energy and like focus and a calm feeling. This piece was done when I was at a little dinner with my friends. I really like this page. Something about it, even though it's just black and white, simple, it just really like brings the environment and the atmosphere through the drawing. I think it's because everything had so much condensation. You know how rain like adds to the environment? Maybe condensation does that too. Silly take. The thing I especially like about pocket sketchbooking compared to just having a regular sketchbook at your house is that it's really special, the memories you accumulate in it, because most of the time when I'm drawing in here, I'm out and about or I'm on trips, so it feels like a little bit more of like the world around you in your sketchbook and a little bit more of like memories specifically in your sketchbook, versus my home sketchbook a lot of time has like more like plans for paintings and random spreads that I got like inspiration from reference images. It's not necessarily like things that are connected to my personal life. If I was to recommend some ways to start using your pocket sketchbook, just off the top of my head here, I would say, for one, to copy down any like objects or things around you. If you're sitting at a restaurant, like whatever food or things that you're seeing. I like to do this thing recently where it's kind of like a field guide of my day or my experience, and so I'll basically draw just different things from that day, like the weather and like some random object I saw. Like I'll take a reference photo and then I'll draw it later, and then I'll like recreate a portrait of myself with like the outfit I was wearing, and I can write a little note about like how the day went. You could get a random object that inspires you, like a ticket or something, and paste it in, and then use that as inspiration and draw something that's related to the object. Like if you put a ticket in there, you could draw like a bus or something. This spread is like one of my favorites as well, this little Halloween gingham spread. Super cute. I want to use it as the thumbnail, but like Halloween's already over. If you had a good Halloween, I dare you to like this video. And if you're new to pocket sketchbooking or you have a lot of experience pocket sketchbooking, I dare you to write in the comments your tips for other people or what you're excited about getting into pocket sketchbooking for. The last like 10 to 15 pages of the sketchbook, I was making a video about doing a daily sketchbooking practice, and I was focused on finding a style when it came to adding like objects and ephemera into my sketchbook and then mixing it with art. So I was kind of experimenting with that. There was no hard rules, but there's definitely a lot more little media elements in the back end of the sketchbook. At the moment, my sketchbook system is basically looking like a little pocket sketchbook that's slightly bigger than this one, only by like an inch or two. I got it gifted from my 𝗦𝗦𝗢𝗡𝗟𝗏. And then I have my main sketchbook, which isn't actually that large this time around. It's like maybe double to triple the size of this thing, and like more in-depth sketches in it. And then I also have a scrapbook where I do more like scrapbooking stuff. I'll still draw in there, but it's heavily towards the scrapbook stuff because sometimes I want to like glue buttons, and I can't do that in a sketchbook, or I would never be able to draw in there again because it's so lumpy and bumpy. Let me know if you'd be interested in hearing more about like journaling systems and sketchbook systems. I'm feeling pretty inspired by that kind of stuff, especially coming to the end of the year and coming into the new year. The sketchbook's pretty much done, so I'm gonna dip from the voiceover, but I hope you're having a really nice fall. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out with me while I went through my travel sketchbook. I really love experimenting with mixed media and sketchbooking, but I especially love sharing it with you, so make sure you follow along for the next adventure.